One thing Ugandans normalize that you think foreigners would take lightly.
It is dates. Amabanja. One thing I've learned in Uganda is people normalize dates. They can go to a shop, they borrow something, ntimpolayo sukali, $10. But before they pay that, they can come back the next day. Kanjagalayo omugati, n'omugati gongenda gusasula. Nkimanyi omanja, nenjagala kuwagira.
He's an aircraft mechanic at Signature Aviation, trusted with private jets and precision work that keeps planes in the air. When the tools go down, that's where another side comes alive. He's a vibrant content creator, media personality, and a podcaster shaping conversations across borders. His impact, recognized with the Power Influence of the Year award 3 years in a row, 2022, 2023, and 2024. Beyond the spotlight, he's an Arsenal fan, a father, husband, and a man with a story worth hearing. Yeah, we'll be back to conversations that heal, uplift, and inspire generations. My name is Ali Ahmed, aka Easy Money Sniper, and our guest today is a Ugandan force making his mark all the way in the USA. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome my brother, Bonny Kibuuka. Let's get it.
Let's get it. That's a cool intro. That was a cool intro, my brother.
Thank you. Bonny, how are you? How are you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good. I'm winding up on my trip in Uganda. It's been faster, like
I know.
fast pace. Yeah, it's been really crazy ever since I landed till now. I've not paused. Like I'm just up to something. Even now, just got back with family. Now here we're shooting the podcast. Let's do it.
Wow. Honestly, I'm also happy because I've only just known you. I think is it even a year?
Yeah, I think it's 1 year. Yeah.
Wow. And I didn't even like. It wasn't my plan. That's good. Because honestly, I wouldn't imagine that I'll make a year in podcasting and then have Bonny Kibuuka as my guest. Wow. Thank you, God. Honestly, I'm happy. And I hope I did a good job in that intro. Because wow, I've been practicing on that intro one.
On our take, like I told you, I don't know if this will stay in when they're editing, but like you've done this intro, like it's the third time because of different reasons we have to repeat it. But I remember after you're done one, I told you, man, I'm so proud of you because that is something I cannot do. I want to tell people who are watching this podcast, who are my listeners, I have a teleprompter in my room. It helps me remember everything because I think I'm getting older. Sometimes these things, it's hard to remember them. But kudos to you. I even used to think you have a teleprompter. I'm like, guy, I know I'll be summer, but I'm in the studio now. There's nothing. So this guy gets all the stuff from his head. Wow. So kudos to you, man.
Thank you. Yeah, man. I think, by the way, thanks to Dancehall Studios and my father, Dan. Because I think ever since I started podcasting, he has always been telling me to really like be organized, research. Every time you come and you have not researched, it's like, also being a vibe, you have to research, always telling you to, make research and everything. I think I got better every time he told me that. And I think that's why I'm this.
No, one thing I like to say before you even ask me your questions, like I'm proud of you. Super, super proud of you. And for the listeners of Wawulidde, and for those who are just coming from my podcast, because I'm being hosted here, I've watched your journey from day one. I saw your season 1, episode 1, the very first one when you were in your house. And I remember the first message you sent me after the NRG MVP. It's like, man, we will try to apply, but we want to start our own thing. Back then when you're still with your brother, Karim, shout out to Karim.
Yeah.
And even along that journey, even when you guys decided to go different ways or split, I've watched your journey. I want to say I'm super, super proud of you. I just finished your Aeronex episode. I watched it before I came here. It was really, really good. The way you asked your questions, the way you were prepared. It was amazing to follow your stories. I love it. I love your podcast.
Wow. Just reminded me. Honestly, I didn't even know. Things just happen, honestly. Because I remember the day when I was about to give up. That's the day you called me. And I was surprised, It's like idolizing someone, then they call you. You're like a footballer, you're Yamin Yamal, then Messi is calling, and you're like, is it really happening?
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. Honestly, I think ever since that day, I feel like, you know what? I'm not giving up on this dream. Because I could have given up on podcasting, but honestly, I don't think there's anything that gives me joy. Nothing. Because honestly, I never feel this happy when I'm like, football used to give me joy, but honestly, these days when I see this mic, when I enter this space, I feel like I'm the happiest person. It's like I forget even the problems I have in real life, So I feel like podcasting has really fulfilled my heart. I feel like complete.
And that's why I tell people, like, with podcasting, I know we talk a lot, even on the phone when I'm in the US, but with podcasting, it has to be a passion.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who are going to come in with their own equipments. I know right now you're just using a studio and all that. People will have, but once you love this thing, you find ways to make it work.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that you have loved it, you have embodied it.
Yeah.
The money has not come in, the views have not come in, but you still have that love of podcasting for conversation. That will take you further, will take you places. Yeah.
Thank you. Guys, we haven't even started. That was just like us jazzing.
Yeah.
So, Bonny, we have segments that run the show. Yeah, I have the new segment called I'm So Ugandan, because this segment, I just wanted people to feel at home because this is a Ugandan podcast. It's Wawulidde. The name itself says, it's Ugandan. So I decided to have a segment called I'm So Ugandan, then the main conversation, then my favorite, the letter to your younger self. Because honestly, I feel we all have something to say to our younger versions. Because when you're still young, you know nothing. You know little. So yeah, then we also have that part of advice. Because I know many would love to hear from you, Bonny, having achieved all you have achieved. So the segment I'm So Ugandan starts in a different or funny way. We get to sing the national anthem. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So honestly, guys, you judge us. I know we are going to do it, but we're not going to do it so well. Simanya oba bona sing oba musinga. Yeah. So are you ready?
Let's go.
Oh,
Uganda, me gonna for thee. We will our future in thy hand.
Honestly, I thought you were going to say the land that feeds us. Okay. Okay. It's time for the segment. I'm So Ugandan, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoy it. So for the first question, pizza anytime or chikomando anytime?
Chikomando anytime.
Chikomando chapati.
Chapati nebijanjalo. Chapati bili nebijanjalo. I'm picking chikomando because obviously because I don't live in Uganda.
Yeah.
And if I was in Uganda, maybe I would have picked pizza because pizza is not a lot here.
Yeah.
And in America, you eat pizza every day. And then my friends, when you have a party, they bring pizza.
That's what they bring.
When you go to somebody's house, because it's
Pizza,
cheap and everybody can eat it.
Wow.
That's why when we were setting up the live podcast, I was like, oh, we're a bunch of guys.
Oh, that's what you ordered. That's what you ordered for.
That answers that. So like when you have a large amount of it, you just buy like 2 pizzas. And so when we do that stuff a lot, you eat pizza almost all the time. Yeah.
So I was like, because that day you were like, let's have something. Before you even think, you're like, pizza will work, Yeah, that's nice. And now it makes sense. For the second question, if you had to decide today, to settle fully in the US or come back home?
Hey, I'll come back home. Because I've lived in the US, I've lived everything I've ever dreamt of. Like, I can say that I've lived everything I dreamt of. You know, when we're in Uganda and you dream of the US, bintu byagala okulabako, bagala okutambula. I've traveled, I've done everything. I have been blessed to do my childhood dream. Because it's like at age of 8, I wanted to be an aircraft mechanic. I've done that. And now I'm at a stage where I just need my people. I just need family. I just need my clothes. Because when I'm in Uganda, I'm the happiest. Like, tugende one. Even when I'm in the US, you call me, Bonny. Like, you would have been here. It would have been nice. Also, the other thing, I don't know. I don't regret it. But I wonder how my podcast would have been if I was in Uganda.
Honestly, by the way, look at it that way. Because I feel like every time you're having people on your pod, it's like they also want the joy, the physical touch, even when they're taking pics. Because I think I've gotten that blessing. Because every time I have people on my pod, at least I pose with them. But for your case, you just have to post their pics. You're not with them in studio. So that feeling,
that hurts me. So definitely, I would love to be in Uganda for everything. Yeah.
Wow. For the third question, there's something that I've been thinking about. Which anthem can you sing better? The US anthem or the Ugandan anthem?
I think the Ugandan anthem, because the US one, I think I can just stop on the first line. Oh, see, can you see by the mountains? What's the
Wait up, I now nobody is an American.
And then I think I know a little bit of Canada. Oh, Canada. I don't know how, something like that.
Wow.
But yeah, I've learned the US.
That's nice. That's nice. So, one thing Ugandans normalize that you think foreigners would take lightly.
It is dates. Amabanja.
Mm.
One thing I've learned in Uganda is people normalize dates. Omuntu. I was talking to a friend the other day. Nangamba. They can go to a store, a shop. They borrow something. Ntimpolayo sukali. Ntwala kumi. But before they pay that, they can come back the next day. Kanjagalayo omugati. N'omugati gongenda gusasula. Nchimanya omanja. Nenjagala kuwagira. And I was like, how? How is that possible? Like, I'm Kubanja. I told you, yes, you're supporting me. But I'm Kubanja. But even other examples, like people have normalized Mabanja. People are living in debt. Kind of, we are living in debt.
No, you know.
But it's crazy here in Uganda.
Honestly, may I feel even the companies kind of promote it. You're using Airtel, then some other day you will receive a message from them. You know your limit is 20K.
Yeah.
You know, are you low on cash? So you could just borrow from us and, you know, pay back later. It's like, I think that's Africa, honestly. Yeah. So, Arsenal winning the Champions League or Uganda winning the World Cup?
I'll go with Arsenal winning the Champions League. Because, man, we have waited for a long time. At least Uganda, I know both of them will still stay. But right now, what is at stake? At least Arsenal has a sign of getting it.
Yeah, it's near.
Uganda is not even in the qualifiers. He's not made it. So I'll go with Arsenal winning the Champions League because at least we are close. We're so close. I know that you want
Well, I've been having another question on my mind. If you had to choose a last minute penalty, it's like 1-1 against PSG. And who do you trust to score a penalty in that Arsenal squad?
Gyökeres. Victor Gyökeres. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Victor Gyökeres or Bukayo Saka.
Bukayo Saka.
Those two. I'll trust them with it.
If you had to choose like a lineup of 5 people and penalty shootouts. Yeah, how are you giving?
Victor Gyökeres on number 1. Bukayo Saka number 2. Havertz number 3. Declan Rice. Who else? Who am I picking?
Those are 4.
Those are 4. Trossard.
That's nice. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been our segment. I'm so Ugandan. So go rate how Ugandan Bonny is. Or to put you back at Yafuka America because we've also had him sing the USA and Canada anthem. Honestly, wow, that's impressive. Because you've been in the USA for 8 years.
Actually, 11.
11?
Yeah.
Wow.
I went in 12. I went in 2014.
2014.
Yeah, I've been there since 2014. 20.
Well, I think that this one be the last question in the segment. If you had to choose, if you had to vote, to change the president of the United States or to change the president of Uganda, which one? Which elections are you taking part in?
If I wish I had both of them, because I wish I could change both of them. But
I think this one is now a very good question.
It's a very good question.
Yeah.
Because I'm in that sport where
you have like the opportunity to change power in either of those countries, in either one of those 2 countries, you know. Hey, let me sip.
I'll go with Uganda. You know why? I'll give a reason for why I'll go with Uganda. I was born with one president. Like, I think all the people from 86 were born with one president. At least in the US, you have a chance of like changing another president so you can wait. Yeah. But we've seen one president for a long time. So I would love that to see another president. I don't care what party they're coming from.
I know.
I don't really care about a party.
You just have to see
I just want to see some change. Another person.
Yeah.
Either it's coming from NRM or why he's coming from NUP.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Honestly, that's a good answer, honestly. I want to thank you, God, for that question because, wow, you have to think about it for some good time. Yeah, that's been our segment. I'm so Ugandan. Yeah. So for the main conversation, my very first question, and honestly, it's the question that I'll be having for every person I have. Bonny, how have you been ever since you landed? Because you've been active ever since you got in the land.
I've been up and active. Yeah. First of all, I've been happy to be back. Every time I fly to Uganda, that flight is long, but
it's long,
when you land in Entebbe, everything, you forget everything. You become like, I'm in the area.
Yeah.
And the first thing I did was take a picture. Welcome to the Pearl of Africa. Because I felt at home. But I've been busy from the day I landed. With my show that just ended a few weeks back. I don't know when this episode will air, but like that show was really good. It needed a lot of work. So we started right away to start working and ended up being a great show. But even after that, I had family because I came to visit my family. I took them away out of Kampala, which was necessary. Went to Mbarara, Jinja, and just did some tourism and just enjoy the country. And even when we came back, I had to do a shooting here at Dance Of Studios. I had to see some friends, do Wawulidde Day, and then all the other stuff. So I've been busy, and that's always how it is when I come to Uganda. It's always like work. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm happy because I think there's a day I thought you had landed and I was really happy. I was like, you know what? I think the people that party with me know I never stopped talking about you. Because even the day you had to come back, I was like, I thought Bonny was already in the country. I'm like, wow. And I felt so bad that I couldn't even pick you there because I wanted to come and pick you. I wanted to be among the first people to come and say, wow, you're most welcome to Uganda. Wow. And I'm happy. And I'm happy I talked to you the minute you landed. I was like, wow. I was even requesting you to go out for a month. I think you remember. But yeah, I'm happy. And we even had to record this. But I feel like I'll wait till you land here. And I'm happy to have you because you've been one of those people that have really, supported me. And I think it's a blessing just to even have you here. So that's been my first question. Yeah. And I'm happy that you're feeling okay, even after all the hectic stuff you've been through. Yeah. So Bonny, when the cameras go on, people think they know you. But who is Bonny when the cameras go off?
Wow, that's a good question. Sometimes I never think about the stuff that I do until somebody asks me that question. But I'm a very, very busy man. Besides the podcast, you said I'm an aircraft mechanic, so that's my 9 to 5.
Yes.
I drive every day. I'm a dad. I have a daughter, and I take her to daycare, bring her home, spend time with her.
Yeah.
I do edit my podcast, so I do the editing even after doing the podcast because that's when the cameras are on.
Yeah.
And I love football. I'm a big Arsenal fan. You talked about Arsenal. So some weekends I watch Arsenal. I do all that stuff. I'm a big Arsenal fan. But on top of that, I'm a happy person. Yeah. I love being happy. I love being around happy people, have a good time and be happy. I love banter. I love fun. I love jokes. So all that stuff. That's what I do behind the cameras and just,
Honestly, you really have passion for stuff you do, honestly. Because there's a time I had to find out that you do your podcasting in the morning before you go for work.
Yes.
Just imagine it's like you have less hours of sleep, but you really want to record the podcast and even get ready for them. And even you do most of your work, the editing, the making of research, and again, posting. Wow. I'm really impressed. That's why every time I feel like I'm doing a lot, I'm like, Neda, Bonny, Bonny, just wake up. Because honestly, I think you're the first person it's like you post everywhere.
Yeah.
I even had to open up a Facebook account.
Yeah.
Then I followed the account. I'm like, Bonny. It's like I have gone everywhere and it's like you're finding this person and like, Bonny, what you call out here?
Yeah.
And the consistency. Wow.
One thing I've learned, and I've been talking about this with people who have either brand or who have business, put yourself out there.
Yeah.
One of the things that have helped me is to put myself out there. Abantu wenanga chibakaka. Gambia, you go everywhere, you see me. I post everywhere. And even if somebody doesn't want my content, if they consistently see me, they'll get the urge of like, maybe let me go and check. So the more you put yourself in their faces, they will be curious and they will want to.
I think it has worked for you. The numbers don't lie. Yeah, honestly, wow. Yeah, because I feel like I've also gained that ever since I also tried, joining Facebook. It's like I've been copying, by the way, we should learn to copy good things. Talk about mizemi, we talk about kuvuma bantu, but copy, because man, I've been copying most of the things, consistency. How do you put yourself out there? How do you present your work?
Yeah.
By the time you invite someone, are you ready for them? Because honestly, don't take that yes for granted. What's the hardest part that people never see that affects you the most?
The hardest part that people never see that affects me the most.
Yeah.
Actually, I had an answer for this one for the first time when we were recording. Negative.
I think you talked about not being home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
not being home. Yeah, that was the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hardest part because I love Kazi. I grew up here. All my friends are here. One thing, and I like deep conversation. One thing when we grow up, what we're going to gain the world because we want to go make money. We want to go for a better life. Remember the thing I told you, like, I've done.
We were there.
Yeah. until right now, it's just saying money is not getting me crazy. Yeah. Now I appreciate community. I appreciate working together. Yes, money is required. I don't want them to think that we don't need money. Come on, all of us, we work, we need money. But there's sometimes where you prioritize friendships more than the money.
That's right.
So, I that's the thing I struggle with, because most times I want to be at home. We're here. I struggle with that a lot, and people don't know. But for most part, you learn to live with it, because life changes. Now you have a family, you have people that you have to live with.
Honestly, I think, and I think every time I call you, I always talk about that part. Bonny, I'm at this place. I wish you are here. I didn't know like it has that big impact, but right now when I think about it, I would also feel the same. Cause let's imagine I'm in the US, and people, my friends are partying. The people. Cause honestly, I see you always posting the people. It's like when Rickman had a show, you posted, like when the people you've had on a podcast post like their events. It's like, I know you also want to be there, but you can't even be there. But the only thing you can do for them is like post. That's when I realized that, you also have things that you miss at some point. That's why you even chose to come back and settle fully in Uganda if you had a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice, honestly. Wow. So Bonny, looking back at episode number 1 in 2021, what has changed the most about you as a man, not even just as a host?
A lot has changed. When you go back and watch, I started doing the podcast in 2021. Yeah, 2021. And now I think end of 2020. This is something that just came in my head. I love conversation. You were talking about copying earlier, and you mentioned, I copy from home. Like Banwa Jeshedi, they're a CEO. They have different things they do that I admire. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is the most hardworking guy. I want to be like him. That's the interco. But he can do whatever he wants, like quicker with many people.
Yeah.
But I copy that. I want to be busy. I want to
like do something every time.
Yeah, do something every time. Do something new. Not even learning from people with the podcast. So from that time, I was using my phone. I didn't have a camera. I didn't have what, but I had a vision. I think around the time, the vision again. So you get to a time, and I think actually, I don't want to take credit, but I feel like Dance Off Studios' existence was part of like that evolution, because we reached a time I'm calling people on their phone, and somebody uses the video like this on their phone, and the signal was not good because they called somebody in their house.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to Dan, shout out to Dance Off Studios, and I was like, I want to create something that people can get good quality of video and audio. Because now when I call you on Google Meet and you pick up with your torch, Wi-Fi, people who are going to listen, they're not going to understand what you're talking about. I had a video with Babaluku. It was a very good video. He said a lot of good things.
Yeah.
But because the quality we had, internet was in and out. So I took Dance Off Studios and I'm like, can you create an idea where I can host this podcast from the US and I have good video and good quality? And then we initiated that, and that's how we started my podcast. And I think, if I'm not lying, I might be the only person in Uganda who does it that way, who does a podcast like that.
I think
but that has been the evolution since 2021. But it's been the same dream, and it keeps evolving. And I introduced things like live shows, and now I want to, since I don't live in the country, I want to give back to people, give them a live show and all that.
Honestly, what is my Bonny? Because you said you wanted to be like Kevin Hart. But honestly, if I'm to mention people that I know that are hardworking, you're on my list. Because I've just said I see you everywhere. But honestly, it's like the hunger that you have is it's like the fire that keeps you going. Because honestly, you have not, it's like you're not yet contented to where you are right now. It's like you still want to achieve more and more and more. Because honestly, I think I'm chasing your dream and you're also chasing another person's dream, or you still have a lot to achieve. But I love that because I feel like we don't have to settle for less. Even after winning, just crave to win more because, wow. Yeah, that's nice. And by the way, congratulations on your podcast, live podcast experience season 2. Wow, it was a special day for me, by the way, because it was my birthday. It was my birthday, and I was like, you're podcasting, but you're like doubting yourself. You're like, am I like doing the right thing?
Yeah.
But I think that I even posted it, though I put it in Swahili.
You speak Swahili?
Yeah, I can speak Swahili.
Yeah, unajua Kiswahili?
Vizuri sana.
Tuongee Kiswahili?
Waambie tuongee.
Sasa tuanze.
Sasa
Yeah.
nilichagua picha
Uh-huh.
kutoka hiyo siku, niliweka caption kusema na asante Mungu kwa kunipa hii talent ya podcasting kwa ajili sikujua nikufika hii jani. Guys, forgive my Swahili.
Unajua wapi Kiswahili?
My mom is a Tanzania.
Oh, really? Mama wangu ni Mkenya.
That's nice. That's nice. Shikamo.
Yeah.
Shikamo.
Have you seen
Guys are going to kill us.
Yeah, please laugh.
People are going to roast us.
No,
but when I say shikamo, just say marhaba.
Marhaba.
Yeah.
That's Swahili. Tanzanian Swahili is a little different from Kenyan Swahili.
That's why most people say it, because Kenyans, there's a way they speak it, then Tanzanians, there's a way they also speak it. So,
okay.
Shikamo, marhaba. But
you put the word in Swahili.
I put the thing in Swahili because I wanted it to reach even the people. You know, I've been doing English captions every time, so I wanted it to be different, but I was just thanking God, and I was like, finally I got the answer. Because I don't take it for granted that I was on a live podcast, and I'm a podcaster that is just coming up, and I'm watching the person I've been watching on YouTube do what he does best. So I was like very happy, and it's like honestly people didn't see me, but the times I went to the washrooms, I was just talking once. I was like, wow, is this really happening? Yeah, and people don't get it, but I think it's the little things in life sometimes that just excite us and make us happy. But I was happy for you. Congratulations. And I was like, my question is, was there a moment during that live podcast experience where you were like, wow, we really built this,
Yeah. To begin with, I really appreciate you. You were the first person to buy a VIP ticket.
I had to cancel.
But you were also the first person to show up for people who are helping me.
Yeah.
Katingana choza msajja yagula VIP ata yali wanalimu kunyambako kutegeka ntebe. I really appreciate that. I think the first time when it hit me was even before the live show.
Yeah.
Was when the guys came through to help me. I'm like, all these guys are here to help me.
Yeah.
All these guys are here for me. But even the people that bought VIP tickets, they bought it to support me. Even the people that got general admission, they supported me. Now, the guest speakers, it blew my mind that they all accepted. And even as a live show, that thing Pumula did, that thing Anika and Sime said, that thing Epa said, Uncle Mo.
Yeah.
But like Pumula standing up and say, Bananga, I'm on a poster with Apas. I'm on a poster with Anika and Sime. I'm on a poster with... You see, like she was
so happy to be part of it.
Part of it. Yeah. She felt like you could feel it. Like, who am I to get these people? Those people are more famous than I am.
Yeah.
But they appreciate your work. Anika and Sime, the final words she said about my podcast about saying that she's a legendary, but she has never done even anything like that to just get her fans together to do something like that. And she was just giving kudos to me. APAS, all the things they said, I'm really grateful. I'm thankful. And it's just, I give the glory back to God. God has been great. He has provided for my podcast and done everything.
Honestly, I think, I'm not even just saying it because of what, but I think I've had moments in my life, but I think I'll treasure that moment so much, And Kasime sang for me on my birthday. It's a moment I'll live to tell my kids, you know what, Anne Kasime, one of the greats in the comedy industry, sang for me. And it was my birthday, and I'll be like, wow. Honestly, that's why I feel like I never doubt myself anymore. When I talk about podcasting, I'm like, I think it's the best thing I will ever do in my life, because wow, there's nothing I can do again. But thank you for that experience. And I would love to say, how did you feel after all the hard work and then you finally delivered? Because I know you want to answer, but I feel like every time I prepare for any episode, I feel like I still have that fear of delivering. Because even that day I talked to Epas and I was like, Epas, you've done good work, good music, you even had a concert. But do you also ever encounter that fear in you that, I have to deliver? Do you also feel that pressure? Yeah.
I used to. But then I learned the thing of prepare yourself ahead of time. So with the live show, I started preparing for that 3 months ago.
That's nice.
I found questions that I want to talk about. I found the theme. So I was familiar with the question. I was familiar with the drive of the show, how I wanted to go. yes, I had a little iPad with me at the show to just remind me of the drive on how I want to run the show. But preparation was everything. I wasn't nervous. I was ready for the show. By the time we got there, I was ready. Actually, the hardest part was getting the service providers like to get everything done, to get everything in line. But once everything was set and was time to go, when the cameras are on, like I'll be nervous on the backside. But when the DOP says camera ready, set, everything goes out the window and you just start the show. Yeah, you just get confident and just start. Even with my episodes, I do that. But I do it when I prepare. That's something that I always like told you, like do the research, be familiar with the guests you're going to have and what they're talking about, and just do that.
That's nice. Honestly, I feel like I'm just looking forward to another live experience when you get back. Because honestly, I feel like every guest speaker was like on point, the questions and the theme itself. Honestly, I feel like I feel bad for anyone that missed and your content creator out there. Because honestly, the theme itself was just calling us to come behind the content. We even got the chance of asking, questions to guest speakers, them answering them, and they were really like stressing their answers. They're like, "Oh, please do this, do that. And I was really happy because I was taking down, I was writing, I came with a book, and I was like, you know what? I think it was perfect. But Bonnie, how do you balance being Bonnie, the public figure, and Bonnie, the father?
It's funny because sometimes with my friends are like, obeera ku podcast eringa wefudde professional.
Yeah.
Nobeera naffe no nga tukuba olwali. One of the things I like to, si chameleon in a bad way, but like I like to adjust to environments. When I find people just laughing, I laugh with them. When it's time to do a podcast, I know how to be professional.
Yeah.
And like balancing my work with the podcast is like I have a plan. Like this is time for work and this is time for a podcast. Like I know every Saturday I'm gonna do my podcast and editing like every day, 2 hours a day, do that. So I balance that time. And the other thing is like, I don't know, for many people might think I'm a celebrity or something like that because of sitting down with other celebrities or doing the work that I do. That's up to them to think that way. But I want to remain humble and I want to remain who I am as Bonnie. I don't care what other people look at me as. I care about how I feel. If I'm peaceful, that's it. So I handle it that way. I don't hold myself as a celebrity. So ko pressure ya man.
Yeah.
So it keeps me as a normal person. So I don't really have pressure. So I'm easy. Mwensanga abantu nga bali kikomando, ngatula tuliye kikomando. Mwensanga abantu nga bali ku pizza n'ebi chicken, njatula nawo njeo like tujja kulya chicken. So that's how I am like with life.
Honestly, I really agree to that because if it was some other person, I think they wouldn't have replied to me. Honestly, I was like just starting and I was even just auditioning for the BCMVPs. You don't even know me, but I was like already in your inbox and very quickly you responded to me. By the way, I think you and Ishak have the same manners because even Ishak was so nice to me.
Yeah.
He doesn't know me, nothing. But honestly, me, I think you're all good people, and that's why you even made him the host again. Yeah.
Shaq is a nice guy. Yeah, he was my first MC for the live show.
Yeah.
I met him and he has been a guest on my podcast a long time ago. I need to bring him back now, but he's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's always there to support his friends, and I love the brother.
Honestly, me, I just thank God because he's like my brother.
Yeah.
Ishak, every time we go out, before I go home, okay, if I leave early, he's like, text me when you get home. Because it's like that connection you have. When he gets home, I'm like, are you home? Okay, good night. Then I can even sleep at peace knowing he's home. So, another question I have. How did fatherhood change you in a good way?
That's a good question. It changed me a lot. First of all, I was in the hospital when my daughter was getting born. I know many in Uganda do not go there. It's like they send them to the family or they leave it to the mothers or the wife's family. But I was in there and experienced everything. And like seeing my little daughter being born, it changed my life. I say this on my podcast, like I used to speed. I used to like drive faster on the highway. But now when I'm speeding, I'm like, I have a little one who is counting on me.
Yeah.
I need to be very careful.
Yeah.
When I'm working harder because I know I need to provide for her. Everything that I'm doing, I do extra because like I know somebody behind that is looking at me and they want me to be there for them, to be that figure for them. So it has changed me, it has made me hardworking. No longer lazy because you have to provide for that girl.
That's right.
You have to give her everything she needs. And in the US, there's not really much of like action. Yes, some parents can, but there's something you can't do away with. You have to have health insurance for the girl. You have to have everything. Like she has to go to school and all that stuff. So you have to provide for your kids. So it has changed me a lot. Believing in life. Also being happy. Sometimes you come home and that's what you need to see, like your daughter happy, laughing. So it has made me a happy person. Yes, there's some challenging days, but it has helped me to be a better person and a better human being. Yeah.
That's nice. Because honestly, there's a time, and I think I picked that question from the time you hosted, is it Mr. Ben Mwine? Then I think it was you asking him that question.
Yeah.
And the way he was talking about you. Honestly, I love that episode. And I think there's sometime I even posted it on my status. This is where I talked about choosing like a partner. Then it was like, don't look at the nyash. Sometimes you reach trouble, then that person won't be able to reason. Then even the time we talked about the kids singing the song backwards, I know that it's like you guys were like, coordinating properly because you all have families. And I was like, wow, this is nice to watch. And I think I'm happy that her birth really changed you in a good way, in a positive way, You just continue to be hardworking and all that. And it says itself, of course, the success that you have achieved. Yeah, it's nice. Bonnie, we can't say a lot. And I think those are questions that I had in the main conversation.
Okay.
For my next segment, a letter to the younger Bonnie.
That's crazy. I've watched your podcast and I've seen this part to everybody. Man, that part, I never even thought about it in my own way, but letter to the young Bonnie.
Yeah.
That's a deep question because a lot of people don't know my background. Somebody talked to me and said, "Never Bonnie wavawa tukumanyi wajabuzi wase iyi podcast byo tubyagadde tukwagadde nze tukumanyi jova tumanyi history tubabeerako Kampala mbo obadde mawulire obadde wa neke tuli tukutegeera tujja kusabula." But no, my background is a simple background. I grew up in a very a village in Wakiso. Humble family, Christian home. We didn't have a lot actually. I went to the local schools and Naluvule, there's a primary school there. And I went to high school there. And we struggled. I used to go get 20,000 for pocket money. For 3 terms. So I really struggled a lot as a young boy. But if I had to write a letter to the young Bonnie, I say, keep believing. There's a song I really like. I don't know what Da Vinci. Don't stop believing. I like that song because it says don't stop believing, like always keep believing. Yeah. At some point in life you can't see it, but just keep believing. I mean it's cliche to say because somebody is struggling, I'm gonna don't stop believing that it's Choka. But I'd rather letter to him like don't stop believing. And it's another song of Joshua Baraka that I love a lot. Zooms, yeah, that one I use a lot because you see me on TV. TV somewhere, but the young Bonnie, oh man, that life was hard. We didn't even have 3 meals a day. But to be at this point where God has blessed you that you can even bless just a random person for food. Yeah. So I just tell the person, keep believing. And the third song I would like to include in that later is Olumba by Epas. Yeah. Sigaro Rumba, 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 Rumba. Like it, and Epas talked about this in my episode that I recorded with him. Like life is gonna hit you. And actually there's a song too in his song, like, but you just keep doing. I think miracles. Yeah. He says like, just keep on going. Just keep doing it. So I'll write that letter in that song and in that letter to my young self and include those songs there because those are some motivational songs that just keep you pushing, keep changing your life. Wow. Honestly, people, every time I go out for karaoke, I think even yesterday, but honestly, they don't know that these songs I say, it's like I'm talking to myself. I'm even getting emotional just right now, just talking about it. Yeah. Because every time I sang Olumba,
those are the times I doubted myself. Those are the times I felt like, you know what, made podcasting maybe city cho. But nah, I felt like, you know, every time Eba said Olumba, it's like he was telling me, no, wake up, you have to go. Then Miracles, he says, this is the life I chose. I know how the story goes.
Exactly.
So I'm like, you know, he's still singing, he's talking to me again. He's like, you know what, this is life you chose. You know how the story goes. So keep pushing. And I feel like I love this story. And I love the later because it's like, you know what? We believe. We can't see what is coming in the years to come, but it's like we just have to keep working. We shall get there and we shall be proud of the past.
Yeah.
I think I'm proud of myself because episode number 1 didn't look like this. You know, episode number 1 wasn't me talking like this. He wasn't presenting like this, but you know, even the intros he talked about, I used to shake, I used to shiver every time I was making an intro. But right now it's like when I make research, I'm ready to go. Yeah, and thank you, God. And you really told me something as well, because I've always seen you talk about God every time. It's like you're not bragging. Every good thing you do, you're like talking about God. It's like you know someone has done it first for you even before you do. It's like God is assisting always, and I think it's something I'm teaching myself more. By the way, I used to smoke. I used to smoke.
What are you smoking at?
I used to smoke shisha. I used to smoke. And I think my parents were fine with it, but I just reached a point I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Even if I loved it and did it, I stopped it.
Yeah.
Till this day, when I go out, I just take tea. I just take tea because I'm like, that's not me. That's my past. And I'm fighting it because honestly, I feel like I didn't need all that. Why was I even doing it? Because recently I just saw a post of Vienna India and she was talking about the effects of smoking. It was even passive smoking. I was like, what was I doing to my life? I don't even have a family yet, but will they find me alive? So I'm trying to protect that and I'm happy.
Yeah.
And thank you, Bonny, for accepting my invitation. For the last segment, if you could give advice to someone that looks up to you so much and someone that is just starting up a podcast.
Man, I don't even know what to say because first of all, it's going to be passion. That's the first thing I always tell people. And I was happy to hear you say, I love doing this. Every time I'm in this room, I'm happy. Yeah. When you get to that point, you're on the right track. Like what you're doing is just making you happy and excited.
Yeah.
You're doing the right thing. And the other thing is start with what you have. You didn't start from the studio, you started from home.
Yeah.
You had a guy that was helping you. He's on the phone.
That's right.
So you start with what you have, and then more things will come to you.
Yeah.
Love it. Podcast is gonna be a passion, but if you force yourself to do that, if you're forcing yourself to chija kuvayo, and I'm glad you asked me that question for advice because. Tuli mu mulembe nti buli kimu ekintu kya competition. A lot of people are competing. Man, I love your podcast. Ekintu kyako kyonna kugamba nti I love your podcast. Ekintu kyako kintu kyonna kugamba I love somebody's podcast. I'm not competing with you. We're just working together
to make it great.
To make a message out there.
Yeah.
I'm happy when you get a great guest. I'm happy when your podcast hits. I'm happy with everything that you achieve. When you win, I win because I've seen your journey and I've watched you. So I don't like when actually people are intimidated by your success or by your things you've achieved. Yeah. Like, just say, hey, I'm happy for Bonny Rambi. He did something. Oh, I'm happy for this guy. He did this. But we're living in a world where people get intimidated by what you've done. And that comparison is a thief of joy.
That's right.
Tell me a podcast here, Bonny,
Great.
To rate or watch it. Used as a push, as an inspiration.
Copy something if you have to copy something.
That's what I see. When I see somebody doing something good, I make them my friend.
Yeah.
Mugana wange. Oyina akantu kokoze kajimidde kaagala. Naye nange njagala kukola ekintu kino nkoze ntya. Nti that person will give you advice and then you now utekemu ku bwongo bwo kubanga kigenda okugamba. Oyinza okugamba naye kikyakolera Bonny tekigenda kunkolera. Bonny is on a different journey. I'm on a different journey. And most times when you try to copy Bonny's journey,
it's not original.
It's not original.
Yeah.
So we can always learn from people.
Yeah.
Bring it yourself, make it yours, choose them, make it like, hey, and Chaga do one. This is good. Because there's something also I've learned from other people. So learning is good, but comparison is not. It's not good. I think God blessings. you can't take that person's blessing away. So believe in your blessing and believe in what God has done for you. Love the work that you do. You talked about how I talk about God all the time. I'm a believer, and I believe God has done everything for me. Is even with where my podcast is, it hasn't been my power. Mum praising and but it's been God from day one, and that's why when something happens, the caption I use is God is great. God is great because I return the glory back to Him. So the advice I'll give a young podcaster: start with what you have. Love your work. Love your work, but don't settle. Make sure that you see it. You can't do second one. This is where I want to go. Because podcast is evolving. I've said this and I said to my podcast, it's evolving. Bino betukola wano. Eri buli muntu aba akyuka buli muntu. So improve on something, change something, make your guests bawulize bakyagale. Even me, I'm still learning a lot of things. So make that part of your Kazinga. One of the things I like to do is like, okay, I'm gonna do a live show for my speaker, my fans, my listeners. So incorporate fun things. No, I can't continue. Spending a send because already spending a send more studio movichi. So you don't have to like spend a lot of money to make an impact or something. So yeah, that's what I can say.
Wow, I love the advice. Honestly, passion. I think even for music, don't just like, by the way, yesterday someone phoned me, and by the way, I feel happy when such moments happen. Yesterday I met Z256. Then he was introducing me to the sister. Then the sister was like, "Wow, you do all this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy we meet, we find it." And she was like asking for advice, and I'm happy to also help. I'm also still on the journey, but I'm also happy to help someone starting up. So that's good. Yeah, and I feel like check out what you're saying in podcasting, and they were talking about some other celebrity recently that started a podcast. I'm like, man, honestly, temuli said if tuchikola tuchagala, we love the conversations. And me, every time they ask me why I love these conversations, that nze wendaba TV nenda interview nga tabuziza kibuzo kyenjagala nyamba oba kisoboka, I'll reach out to that person and I'll organize the conversation I want to have with them. Then my heart will be happy. So I feel like, yeah, this is the space I'm supposed to be at, and thank God. So Bonny, you built growth, you've experienced success, and now fatherhood. And when everything is said and done, what do you want people to remember Bonny for?
One thing is, Bonny was humble. Not that I demanded from people, but I try to do that. I want to be humble. Like, no matter what success, I don't know what, everybody has a different definition of success. But I would like to say that God has blessed me with things that I have right now. I don't need a what. It's like, setaga bintu bingi. Maybe not being katonda, because like a little bit of my testimony is when I'm at a senior 6 nagamba, I need a driver's permit and a passport. And I got those two things. My mom got akamotoka karamu kenvuga. Passport needs to take out test just in case something happens. Not long time. Neshije togenda okusoma mu US. I went to study in the US and it's happening. Took mu US, life yali nzibu, but you persevere, everything. And then I was like, okay, now I'm persevering. Kamaliza okusoma. I'll find a job. I do this and this. The job came, family came. When I'm you know what? I've always wanted to drive a brand new car. You have your motor car. I didn't need to change a car. When I got the first job, I get out, a truck depot. And I have it. Like I bought it. I'm the first owner. Came brand new. I have my house. I have my daughter. I have my wife. And my life is okay. Since I'm single, but I'm good. I'm happy. God has blessed me and the podcast is doing well. So with all that, I know for a young age, I've tested life of not having money. I've tested life of having the money.
That's good.
It might not be a lot, but it was enough for me. Like if it's enough for you, take care of you, it is good. So at the end of the day, all said and done, which I want people, and I've seen people say that, and it touched my heart. Like, man, the guy, Ali humble, telling about celebrity,
I know.
But like, I love when people say that. I want to be down to earth. They can relate to me. No matter the success, no matter what I've achieved, no matter what I have, I want people to know that I'm just like them. And I tell people, ninga gwe wawulidde. Nizo kuwanga podcast yange. Yes, congratulations anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm just like you. You can always get even more than what I have. God blesses you. No question chonga. Buli mu Katonda mwajja naye.
That's right.
So sometimes we forget Katonda akutaddeko wakutadde, otandika okweragira ku bantu, otandise okukola kino, otandise okukola kiri. N'akulagako, these things bijja ne bigenda.
Yeah.
Bijja ne bigenda.
Yeah. Joshua Baraka. That's nice. Honestly, I just love the way you answered that. And that's a question I wrote at the end as I was making my research. Then there is also a final one. Easter just made 3 years. So for years to come, she'll be able to watch this podcast. And if you could leave a message for her, yeah, what would that message be?
Ira, get ready. You're going to be my co-host on my podcast. So we're going to do a podcast with you. I say, send a message to you. Super proud of you. I know she's 3 years, but I'm super proud of her for the things she has memorized, the things she's doing. And she's amazing, amazing person. God has blessed her. She loves the microphone, so it's a good sign. Maybe now she's need to add on some soccer, football. Go samba samba mumpira kumanga njagala retiring. Natandise osambira e London ngali mu Arsenal Women's.
That's nice. That's nice.
So atandika okusambira mu Arsenal Women's. Nze retiring akola bukozi podcast.
Your message, wokula ojitwale. I put that for you specifically. Yeah. Honestly, I was like, you know what? How can I? You know, I knew that we share the same BD math, but I didn't know what you love because you're still young. So I wanted to give you a gift that will last forever. So take that message with you. And I feel like we are done here, but in case you want to follow Wawulidde The Talk Show, you know the name, that is Wawulidde The Talk Show. Bonny, final remarks for the people that have been watching.
First of all, it goes to you. I'm so proud of you. I know I say this a lot, but I'm proud of you for consistency. No kulemerako. I'm a togede kusimu most times when you tell me, Bonny, I think this is ina. Like I don't have money. Sina ofunye accident or kugurukura dom kono gura there, but you still show up. These are some of the things we're talking about the live show behind the content. Yes, people take out content but what goes on behind this content is like a lot. We put in a lot and we invest in a lot. So I like that you've invested that. If you stick to it, it will pay off. Nagulanga camera ngasema inti chichi. But it makes me happy. We'll get up YouTube next day. You can check and bang and make it. One often I can podcast no gulachi camera. So it's a journey. Embrace it, love it. It's gonna come with hardships. But I'm proud of you, and that's why everywhere when you end up, what podcast in Uganda you take Wawulidde. Like that guy, check him out, check his podcast. And I love that. I love shouting out people and talking about people who are doing good work. So I'm proud of you. And for the listeners of Wawulidde, support this guy. He's investing time. He's putting in the work. He loves the work he does. And he's changing. Which on our show, he's improving something and he's putting in the work. So people should support you. And for the people who are here because of the Ugandan Boy Talk Show, support my brother Bambi. Love his content. It's really good. Ubanga subscribing, liking, sharing. For now, we rise by lifting each other.
That's right.
2 podcasts can rise in the same country.
Yeah.
By different people. Most of in America, there's like multiple great podcasts in America. It does not kill anybody's lights. That's right. Supporting somebody else. So that's what I can say.
Wow. Honestly, have you ever felt like you don't want something to end? But you know, bagamba. That's right. Guys, I thank every person in particular. If you're watching right now, God bless you. God bless your hustle. Yeah, thank you for watching. And for those of you that have been with us from the beginning, thank you. And I pray like I meet each one of you. If it's not possible, I pray God blesses you in whatever way he does. So thank you for watching. My name is Ali Ahmed, aka Easy Money Sniper. We're out. You have a question for me?
Actually, that's a good one. How did you find out about Dancehall Studios?
Actually, that's a good question. You have me. So, today I'll mention names. So, we were looking for good sound. There's a time we recorded an episode at home. Yeah, we recorded an episode from home. I think it was with Jerry Berry. Then Jerry Berry Nagama, you know what, Ahmed, I love the concept you guys have. I love what you're doing. But I feel like if you had to watch these episodes and more to come, you need good sound. Then that's the time I watched your podcast. And you always kept on talking about dance soft. Then I was like, dance soft, dance soft. Then ngenda ku Instagram. My Instagram was dance soft studios. So at dance soft studios, I looked for the location, and I work from Nakasero.
Okay.
So Nakasero and Ivory Plaza, very close. Nentambula bulungi nnyo ku lunch time. Nengamba lunch time ngenze kulya kumbe. Nonya studio. Yeah, so I brought my team together with Chine Twamuka. By the way, I call him my father for a reason, because I think he has been part of the success I have right now. Because 2 people dance soft. Bonny bebantu nti besobola okuddukirako. Remember, honestly, I don't show my weakness most of the times, but those are the people I can really talk to. Siri bulungi. And I love that tata wange takuwa advice bulungi. He might sound rude or what, but that advice is really good. Ate akwagala. Ye muntu agamba naye naawe omenya. Naye agala opeaking okoleki or improving. So that's how I found out Dance of Studios. Naye sijja kulimba 30 seconds sobola kunkyusa nti I pick another studio, because I even said it when we had a meeting here. This is a space I find complete. The senior studio genda, but the senior studio gema is simple, but this is the only studio I know, because they do more than just recording an episode. Yeah.
Baba choke down si dan I chogera alinganga ayomba naye oba kuyombesa naye oba usungu. And that's something I tell people who watch my podcast, or people when I'm doing an ad for Dance of Studios. It's not because I work with Dance of Studios. It's not because I've known him for a long time, but it's something that I've seen and you've testified on it. I'll give you an example for our live show. I met with Dance of Studios, and then he was talking about planning, because we were talking about the production and everything. I was like, who is going to do this? Who's going to do that? And I felt like, no, guy. But he was asking that to make sure that you prepare.
Everything is okay.
Everything. So whatever you guys saw on the live show was Dansoft putting in the force on there. So that's why I tell other creators that this is not just for you to come and Dansoft gets your money. No, it's more than that. There's a lot of work he does to make this podcast come out. And for the young podcasters out there who are looking for studios, who are looking for where to do the work. Right now, I'm speaking right in Dansoft Studios in this room. My last question I want to ask you for that is, you started at Ivory Plaza. What has been the experience from the move from Ivory Plaza to Chihuahua now? What can you say about that?
Honestly, I love the space, because people don't know. Now I have more rooms to come and be comfortable. The space, I think we've been more safe, because we used to invite more people, and some people were not willing to come because of the location. But the location is very nice, and it's even easy to find. So, and even the equipment, we just have more equipment. Just look at the screen. The screen is now available. So I feel like for every podcaster, every person that has something to do, because right now there's more room. We can even record four podcasts as a go. So I feel like I think that is just Dansoft showing us that even us people that are working with him, we have to grow. If he's still growing, why are we not growing? So we have to keep growing and aim for even higher and higher heights.
No, that's it. Dansoft Studios, shout out, big up to you, everybody out there. If you have a podcast that you want to shoot, come to Dansoft Studios. It's not like we're begging, but we're just telling you, Timoje, it's more than a podcast that you get here. Great, amazing team. I saw the video of the team and it was really, really good. Even they were there at my live show. They did an amazing work. Look out for my videos that are coming. Thank you, Wawulidde, for having me. Peace out. Blaze, my brother. Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming.
Chikubi. Ne DOP. DOP inachagala tukolere.
DOP ine ifana ngalina kuba.
Aba badagamba.